Okay, we got a victory, and want to let you know that I'm recording, and let everybody know what you were charged with.
I was charged with 11550. It's a health and safety code for under the influence of drugs.
Okay, what county was that in?
That was in the county of Orange in Southern California.
Yeah, and you had filed some motions, and what did that judge, the first judge, how did he react to your motions?
He laughed at me and told me, they're all denied, they're denied, and he gave me no reason. He just, no, those motions are denied, and it was a kind of a big joke, and ha ha ha, and it kind of told me to waive my rights, and
What? Yeah, he tried to make you sign up for a waiver form, but you didn't fall for that trick. And after those motions, I don't remember really what happened as far as, did you file more motions or did you demur?
Yeah, then we kept ending up that arraignment stuff where they, I mean, at the pleading stage, because we wouldn't get past it because I wouldn't plead, and then I finally ended up, realizing that there was another plea we could do, and that was demur.
Yep.
And,
and when you did that, what did that judge, was it the same judge or was it a different judge at that time?
Well, actually, it was a different judge.
Yeah.
And I had seen it done earlier on TV, the same, that filed a motion on everybody in the courtroom. So I said, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it, Mark Gilligas, I think that's his name, the high guy. I saw him do it. I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I filed it on him, and when I went to file it, it was kind of good. Everything worked out just perfect, I led up. I said, I'm ready to make a plea now. So they stopped and he said, okay, Mr. Richie's ready to make a plea. And they say, well, what did you plea? I said, I plead to murder. I just jumped right into it, and I have motions here to file on, I've got one copy for everybody. I can serve everybody right now. So the judge called a timeout, and the DA, well, also it was kind of funny, the fact that there was 3 DAs against me, which was kind of funny. I'm a nobody. I don't nearly have the education as they claim to have, but they were sure, something was sure making them sweat, and I believe paperwork, and protecting ourselves, and.
And so what happened when the judge came back?
Well, they came back, and she tried to tell me, no, Mr. Ritchie, you can do your motions next week. Wait. She kept putting me off, and finally I said to her, I said, look, I don't understand why you won't accept my motions. My motion, everybody's here, why can't you just do it right now? I don't see what the difference is. I said, wouldn't it be better that if you had the motion now instead of waiting till the next court date, then we can discuss it on the next court date. So finally she says, okay, Mr. Ritchie, we'll do your motion. I don't know if I just messed up, if I said my name, whatever. She says, we'll take your motion. So, the next thing, the DAs, the whole pack of them, they pulled out of the courtroom. And this is when I knew that there was something to file paperwork on these guys, and they were really...
Yeah, and I remember I said, oh, you know what they did? They didn't want to get served, because then after they would have to hear it. And okay, so they left and everything. They pretty much literally ran out of there. What'd you tell the judge that you told the judge something for them to do?
Yeah, I was all over it. I was like, I knew what was going on. I was trying to get him back in here, get him back in here. And she wouldn't get him back in here. She said, don't worry, Mr. Ritchie. And I kept, making my deal about it, kept on and on about it. Well, I want them in here to serve them right here, right now, bring them back in here. So, anyways, they didn't come back in. But then, so, we got back down to, they told me that I had to have a public defender, that I wasn't capable of representing myself. So, what if, I mean, this went on for 4 or 5 times. It was quite ridiculous. I mean, this went on and on and on, you know, about me not being able to represent myself, and then the public defender would get up and call for me, and I'd tell him, this guy doesn't represent me, you know, I now...
You know what I found out too? I found out that in the Florida waiver, obviously when you sign it, if the court wants to deem that you can't represent yourself for whatever reason, that's when they push a public defender on you, and you're screwed because you signed that Florida waiver. But whenever you don't sign it, obviously like in your case, they couldn't do it because you just had to say, well, he's not representing me, and the court couldn't do anything about it. After, you know, obviously he didn't represent you and you kept, you know, defending yourself and standing up for yourself in court, what happened when you left? Did they say you had to come back again?
Oh, yeah, they were risking me through the process real quick. The time frames were just so ahead, you know. I would see people that I was there with that court, you know, 2 times later. They had already had me on a date and a prior date and another date where I saw that same person I saw from the time before, you know, so they were trying to whisk me through the process. I think they were trying to beat it, you know, to the fact that I couldn't get any paperwork, you know, any more paperwork. They didn't like the paperwork too much, I don't think.
And when you went back to court, what did you find out?
What did I find out? Well, that they sent me back to the same judge, you know, the big 7-foot-tall judge, you know, he's kind of the denier of, I called him the denier of all motions judge, you know. And that one too was like, you know, I was going nowhere with him, you know, every time in front of him. I mean, I already knew what the answer was.
And what did he say?
He kind of chuckled and it kind of got along. It was kind of actually funny, you know, because instead of being like, I was kind of getting trapped into that, you know, not asking enough, telling more instead of asking more, and being a little more cutthroat, you know what I mean? Yeah,
and so what did he tell you about your case?
Oh, you know, they just kept, you know, and I'm going to jury trial, and, you know, like, you know, well, so then they started pushing for the 1538 motion, which at first, I was totally against. I didn't want to fill it out because I'd been to one prior, and it didn't seem like it worked, but there was a difference before and now, because I didn't come in with paperwork beforehand like I did this time.
Yeah.
And by filing the motions prior to, because take that along with the timing would allow the 1538 motion to happen. You know, otherwise it wouldn't have gone down like that, I don't believe.
Well, what happened?
Well, I went into a court, and we went into court. It was kind of funny because I got a couple of friends with me, and right when I sit down, they bring me a couple of cops for me. You know, there's only been one in the courtroom all day, and there's a couple of them sitting around me, you know, trying to intimidate me and do all their little games they play and tricks, you know, to make you nervous or whatnot. So I look back, and the judge says, Mr. Ritchie, and he goes, don't, what are you looking at your friends for? I says, I'm not looking back at my friends. He goes, what are you looking at? I says, I'm letting all these cops around me. And, you know, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's, yeah, sometimes we have 1, sometimes we have 2, sometimes we have 10. I said, yeah, well, most of the time, they usually have 3 for really with me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I don't really like you asking questions or, you know.
Well, you're following the proper paperwork, but we have like 30 seconds left, so what happened in the end? What did the judge say?
Well, the motion was, we went ahead with the 1538 motion, and it was granted, and it was case dismissed. Yeah, the prosecutor says, what are you going to do? He says, can't proceed on. So that was it, and it was a win that day.
Well, I want to congratulate you, man, for standing up for yourself. And if you have anything to tell people, you have about 20 seconds just to let them know what you think about fighting for their rights.
You gotta do it, keep watching 10 for 1. Gotta keep watching him and pay attention. He's got a lot of stuff he can help you out as far as just verbally listening to him and getting, some of the right proper words. You need to learn how to speak if you are going to choose to represent yourself. And definitely was a big help for me.
Well,
and hopefully I have a friend for a long time over this.
Yeah, well, hopefully that'll be true, and we stay in touch. And I want to thank you once again for making the video. I'm going to stop it now, okay?